Hello Gemini and welcome back to my channel. This is Glamour Spell Tarot and this is going to be your September 2020 love and relationships reading. Keep in mind that the energies can be interchangeable or vice versa, and make sure to use common sense and take only what resonates and leave the rest. I'm going to use the Akashic Tarot, and in general, I'm using this deck as oracle cards. We will see which messages come through, and then we'll have like a more in-depth message from the Starman Tarot. The Lightning Bolt. To me, this card it's the Eight of Forces. In this deck, Forces is all about divine intervention, energy, the universe, God, whatever you choose to believe in. To me, this card is very much to the it's very similar to the Tower card. Okay, so you look at this image here, you can see these puddles of water. There has been a storm for a while, and then the fact that the lightning bolt is striking this tree is just the inevitable, right? Now the tree, you think of the tree of life, the way you build your life, the family tree. So we'll see how this plays out, but definitely it's about transformation, it's about change. And as you guys know, after every storm there is the sun that comes out again. So let's see, let's continue here a little bit. Balance, Seven of Forces. Well, now to me this card is very much similar to the Justice card. They are both very powerful karma cards, both Justice and the Tower, right? More or less. Balance needs to be restored, and in order for balance to be restored, or maybe balance is restored after the Tower falls, after that lightning bolt strikes down that structure, and in this case that tree. After it crumbles everything to the ground, in order for you to be able to build something new. Maybe that tree actually bursts into flames because it was dead inside, because it was rotten. It might look good from the outside, but inside it was rotten. You see here there is a desk, there are like a bunch of papers, a bookcase with a lot of books and manuscripts on the table as well. There is a door open, and in the other room you can see a lot of light. And then you have the scales here, 7 and 8. Maybe it's about someone born in 87, 78. More like 78, but it could be 87 as well. And then you have the divine physician. If you look at the three cards together, they make a lot of sense. Yes, a structure is crumbling, and then balance is restored, and then there is a process of healing that needs to take place. Also, in order for this balance to be restored, there is a process of healing, a strong process of healing, the divine physician. To me, this image reminds me a lot of, to me, it's very much a representation of Jesus Christ healing someone's heart. It's spring outside, because I can see here the cherry blossoms. There are these other two people that experience the miracle, at least visually, right? And healing from a very traumatic situation is pretty much of a miracle, because it's a complicated process. It's not something easy. It takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of work. Takes a lot of involvement, and pretty much is a process that you go through on your own. Well, you can always ask for help from friends, from family, from professionals, from God. But it's the healing process. I feel it's very much intimate. It's between us and the divine somehow, or to some extent, at least, to some extent. Okay, let's move on to the tarot. The Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Those cards wanted to fly out, and I'm going to take them. Wow. Wow. So first card that came out is the Eight of Cups. Someone that is leaving behind all the emotional disappointment. You look at this image here, this guy is like face palming himself, holding his head. It's like, how did I get so many bad experiences in my life? How did I got hurt so much emotionally? Because you look at all of these cups, they are inaccessible, or they are booby trapped somehow. You look at this one, it seems to me as if it has poisonous gas. This other one is blocked in that cube of ice. This other one has dynamite in it. This other one is surrounded by a circle of fire. This one has been locked in a safe, and this one is having its own wings. This one is in a museum type of case. There's another one here, but I don't know what it is with it. Yeah, I cannot really figure out what this last one here it's all about. Anyway, you guys get the idea from the image. A lot of emotional disappointment in the past, and that's why there is this need to let go of it, restore balance through healing. Restore balance through healing. Because at this point, while you are dealing with all of this emotional disappointment, there are a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of nightmarish type of energy. You worry a lot, you stress a lot. I feel that it's mostly worry and stress related to the unknown, related to the path ahead, related to what am I going to do, how am I going to do. As humans, we don't really deal very well with the unknown. For example, my partner is the poster child for the unknown. He loves it. Me, I'm the total opposite. Me, I need to know what's going to come and how things are going to happen. And then I need to always be prepared for what's going to happen next and how things are going to happen. Because this is how I function. You look here at this card of this individual. She's surrounded by all of the swords. She's holding her head in her hands, and yeah, it looks a little bit like a horror movie type of atmosphere. You have that hollow cape there, seems to be inhibited by some spirit. You have like a couple of toys that look scary, but I think that the element that looks the scariest in this image is actually this here. But what is it exactly? Can you guys identify? No, it's just like, well, if I would see that at night, I would open my eyes and I would see that at night. I would totally freaking freak out. That's for sure. But from another perspective, what is it exactly? Why is it so scary? It's something that we don't know what it is. So that's what makes me think of the unknown. But in order to get out of this energy, and to move away from it, you have a big opportunity here with the Emperor. This is about taking control over your life. Going in the driver's seat. Okay? Take control of your life and move forward. Learn how to move on. Learn how to move on. Get in the driver's seat. This individual here is in his power. He has initiative. He keeps everything in order. You have all of these geometrical patterns here. He's strong. He seems to have been forged by all of the battles that he has been through. He has this artifact type of navigation instrument. So he has navigated rough waters, but he has made it through shore. He has gained the knowledge. You see the books here. And he is trusting his gut. He's trusting his intuition in order to align himself on the true and the right path. Alternatively, you could be dealing with an Aries, or this could be a father figure. This could be a partner. But again, this could definitely be you, and you are encompassing this energy. Now, from another perspective, and there is a message here that is like really, really making an effort to cross through. So I will have to mention it. I will really, really have to mention it. Just stay with me, guys. So this could be someone abusive, someone very controlling, and it's a tough type of energy. And there is a lot of lack, there is a lot of emotional disappointment, there is this constant state of fear. But if this is your case, right, rest assured that the balance is going to be restored and that you are going to heal. That you are going to heal properly. Rest assured for that. The cards really want to talk to you, Gemini. The Queen of Wands. You could definitely be dealing with a fire sign, or maybe you have strong fire in your chart. The Queen of Wands, and it fell right on top of the Emperor. So, if this Emperor here is an abusive husband, okay, this Queen of Wands in general in the tarot represents the other woman. So it might be a third party type of situation that you discovered, because when this card fell, it fell on top of the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands can be an energy that any sign can take. You could be taking this type of energy. Someone who decided to follow their passions, someone who decided to take control of their life with the Emperor and follow the things that they are passionate about, the things that make them happy. The sunflower is a symbol for happiness, extreme happiness. This is someone who takes the spotlight, is admired, maybe even envied by the individuals around. So I feel that there is a transition from this Nine of Swords and this fears and this nightmarish state of mind, maybe thinking that the past is going to repeat itself, that it's going to constantly be in the same way, that things are never going to change. And then when you take the reins of your own life and you decide what really is worth your energy, what's really worth your time, this is when things start happening for you, and you discover how good it is to be again in the spotlight, how good it is to be admired by people for your own merits, not just for being an influencer on Instagram. I don't know where that came from. I have no idea. Because I'm not casting judgment on anyone. I'm not a particular fan of influencers. I don't think that's a real job. But that's a different story. Now, this card particularly is one of my favorites because she's wearing like this Alexander McQueen skirt. And Alexander McQueen is by far one of my favorite fashion designers. You have these two pumas here, or jaguars, or black jaguars, or whatever they are, that look scary, but they seem to be tamed by the Queen of Wands. And she's very beautiful. That's this blue hair. I like this. So let's continue. The High Priestess at the bottom of the deck, secrets coming out. Earlier on, I've seen the Strength card. Someone needs to have the strength to go through life, to do life. Okay. Someone needs to have the strength to become totally independent, to be totally on their own, and in the same time to step into their power and to see, so now, there are those people out there that have that incredible ability to do things on their own and to create on their own. To me, the Nine of Pentacles, it's a minor arcana representation of the Empress card. This is someone who is single by choice, not because nobody wants her, but this is someone who stands in her power, who is building her own fortune, who is building her own future, and is not afraid. She doesn't need anyone. Maybe she wants someone in her life and she's ready to share her fortunes. She's ready to share her wealth with that someone. But it's not because she needs someone, but maybe because she wants someone. Now, we also have the Prince of Swords. This is someone who rushes it. It's that sort of energy is like act now, think later. And maybe that's why this individual is so wounded. I feel that you have been through a lot of battles, and maybe it's because at times you kind of left yourself taken by the events, or you rushed into different situations without thinking them through and without realizing what it takes to be on a certain path or on a certain part of your journey, right? So you look at this guy here, there is a black raven there. Actually makes me think of that series. I think there was a series growing up. The 90s kids most probably are going to know. It was something called Raven, maybe. The Raven. It was also a movie. But then it was this series. I remember it because I had a crush on the, obviously, main character. But I was like just a kiddo. Everything seems to be torn apart. But this time is not a matter of the lightning bolt. It has been war. There have been battles. There have been explosions. Everything is turned to dust, to crumble. This guy has been shot, has been stabbed. This makes me think of the crown that Jesus wore. And as I say that, here in the back, there is a representation of Jesus, which makes me think of the divine physician, and somehow we come full circle, because after you go through all of this, after you go through all of the battles, there is high time for you to heal. Now is the time to heal. Now is the time to heal the past and move on and step into your power and get abundance. Get abundance and get the balance and get stability and build things on your own. And then if you're ready to share them with someone, you can share them with someone. One doesn't exclude the other. But I think it's high time for you, Gemini, to invest in yourself, to put your energy into yourself and grow things from there. Grow things from there. Nine of Cups. Sorry, not Nine of Cups. Well, but if I said it, it's part of the reading. You know, guys, Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. But actually the card that came out is the King of Cups. This is an individual who has matured himself from an emotional standpoint. You could be dealing with a water sign. We just had a full moon in Pisces. Maybe this full moon in Pisces was very representative for you, for your life, for the events in your life. This King of Cups has built this hovercraft here, and it seems to be built out of scrap metal, salvage parts, something like that. But you know what? It's flying. It might not look pretty because you gain emotional maturity and emotional stability through experiences. Well, as you experience life, you automatically experience pain. Only if you're not alive, you are not going to experience pain. Or only if you don't interact with people, you are not going to experience pain. But as long as you interact with people, as long as you are in the world and you are surrounded by other individuals, automatically you are going to experience pain. Now, the King of Cups is an individual that has matured himself, that has gained enlightenment, that learn how to trust their intuition, their gut. As you see here, this light, you see here light as well. Trust their gut, but they don't particularly like to show emotions. They're a little bit stingy in terms of showing emotions. Further on, we have the Magician card, the Starman in this deck. This guy has been meditating. This guy is trying to manifest a new life, is trying to manifest a new future, but it's also a sense of understanding that in order to be able to do all of that, you have to become one with the energies in the universe, with the energies around you, with the energies surrounding you, and making you feel fulfilled again, making you feel whole again. Okay. He has the cup, he has the wand, he has his third eye chakra opened. He's ready to receive information from the higher power. He is ready to see his path through life. He is love, he is abundance, he's a creator. He is a creator. You might be dealing with a Virgo, or there are some elements, maybe this process of healing is happening during Virgo season. Strong Virgo energy here with because the Magician is ruled by Mercury. Okay. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Eight of Pentacles. Building something, building your own constellation of stars, building your own microcosmos, building your own life. You visualize it with the Starman, with the Magician. You visualize it. After you have balanced yourself out, you have gained that balance. You have aligned your mind with your emotions. You have learned to be on your own. You have learned to understand what makes you be passionate. And now it's time for you to build this new life. It's time for you to build this new life. It's time for you to create. It's time for you to put in the work. Because I always say this, and I think I have mentioned it already in a few of the readings that I have done so far. You guys need to be aware that God gives. And happiness is a birthright for all of us. But there are certain steps that you have to take in order to reach your goals. It's as simple as wanting to win the lottery. But in order to do that, you gotta buy the ticket. In order to be able to win the lottery, you have to buy the ticket. But once you have identified what your passions are, and once you have taken control of your life and went out of this energy of the Nine of Swords, the self-fulfilling prophecy, the nightmarish type of energy, and you start manifesting and putting in the work, things are going to start happening. Let's continue here. I think these are the last two cards we're picking up. Well, there is a divine couple here because the Empress card came out. I was just talking about the Empress earlier on. And then the Six of Pentacles came out, which is all about balance, a balanced relationship. You might be dealing with an Aries, you might be dealing with a Taurus. Yeah, but this to me is a divine couple. This is meant to be. This is divine masculine and divine feminine, and it's going to be balanced. Whoever this person is, maybe this person that enters your life after so many emotional disappointments is someone who is stable, is someone who is in control, is someone who somehow is capable of taking care of you, even if you don't necessarily need it. But it's always nice to have someone that takes care of you, someone that is in control. For example, I'll give you an example from my personal life. And whenever I feel the need to talk about my personal life, it means there is a message there for you, because I'm not a huge fan of talking about myself. All of my life, I have been extremely independent. I stopped taking money from my parents when I was 18, got my first job. And I didn't ask for anything from them since then. Although I was going to college, well, I had a full-on scholarship because I was a nerd, a huge nerd. Anyway, and I have been independent, and I never ever needed anyone. Okay, and I'm extremely proud of not taking anything from anyone. But I have always appreciated when I could feel that there was someone there in my life that I could count on, and that they knew how to be there for me without me asking for anything from them. Because I'm too proud to ask for help. I'm way too proud for my own good. I don't think this is the way to do things either. But the experiences in my life, this is what they taught me. The experiences that each and every individual goes through, this is what they teach them. And I have created my own abundance. And I definitely have created my own abundance. And I have been single for a long time, or the relationships I have been having, I kind of knew that they weren't going towards marriage, or they weren't going to be something committed. So from a perspective, the fact that I was dating didn't make me feel less single. Okay. It's more recent that I'm in a committed partnership, and so on and so forth. So here I see this divine couple. Here I see the Empress is very abundant. The Empress gives birth to a new life. The Empress creates a new life. And it's beautiful, because this new life that is being created after the whole healing process is going to be very balanced, and is going to be very much equal give and take. These two individuals start this relationship on from balanced positions. I believe this is a gorgeous reading for you, Gemini, for September. Drop me a comment below and let me know how you have resonated with this. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I will be extremely, extremely grateful for that. Every time you guys like or share or subscribe, that it helps the mechanism of YouTube to distribute more of the videos. So I'm gonna go live sometimes this week. Didn't decide yet when. It has been like a little bit of a roller coaster all of these days because I just had my birthday. But that being said, keep an eye on the community tab. And because I keep posting things there. So keep an eye on that and we'll take things from there. I'm going to announce it there when I'm going to go live. But until then, love and light. Take care.